happening? What's happening, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I like to hold on, let me get my soul glow. I ain't put my soul glow up there. Just let your soul glow. How y'all doing, everybody? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Or should I say buenos tardes? Buenos tardes. What's going on, everybody? I'd like to welcome y'all to another edition of Tim's Tidbits. If this is your first time, oh, wait a minute. This is the price action recap for December the 6th, 2022. Yeah, we ain't did that one in a while, huh? Welcome, everybody. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbit, I like to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in, I still want to say welcome and give you a nice hearty thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbit, hanging out with me and my guy Spidey back here. Deuces Spidey. Do I got my lights on? Yeah, my lights on. Deuces Spidey. If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I go live on Al Gore's internet every single day, except for Saturday. Monday through Friday, we go live twice a day, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to do the overnight price action, and then at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to do the price action recap. You hear me? Why do I do what I do? Because I want to. The second reason why I do it, because I want to help somebody just like you, to get their aha moment when it comes to investing, trading. You can be a day trader, swing trader, long-term investor, anything. I just want to help you get your aha moment. All the thing I talk about are the ICT concepts that I learned along the way, learning from ICT. And shout out PDub and all the other cousins who helped me, along my journey. But the only thing I trade is the ICT concepts. So I share those with everybody for the free 99 on Al Gore's internet, because he's sharing for the free 99. And I just want to say it in my voice in the hopes that somebody can relate to me. I know it's hard sometimes listening to old Michael, aka ICT. I mean, when I first started watching his videos, I said, I'd be breaking my neck trying to watch it. It'd be so drawn out. It'd be so much just blah, 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 blah. But it'd be gems in that blah, 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 blah. Plenty of gems that you need. Speaking of gems, oh yeah, and all I actually do is hit the like button. Wherever it is on your screen, I ain't on no other social media to promote this, to help get it to other cousins. I think we like 1,800 strong right now. I appreciate y'all. 1,800 strong right now. Even though it usually be about anywhere from 30 to 50 of y'all on the live with me. And then when I go back and look at the videos, it says got like about 100 and some views. I don't know if y'all rewatching it or, about 50 or 80 more people pull up later on. But the channel says 1,800 on here. So where them other 1,700 at while we live? I don't know. But y'all hit the like button so that the algos will know that y'all like the videos, then they'll show them to other people. Now, speaking of videos, let's share the screen. Why don't we? My wife told me I'd be yelling when I be on here. So I'm gonna try to talk lower. She said, you be yelling when you be on live. I jalapies for yelling at y'all. I'm gonna control my volume. I'm gonna control my volume. Hey, if you go to the link in the video that you're watching right now, right? There, Corey dropped the video an hour ago. My page, your channel. If you go to the video that you're watching right now and go to the description, you'll see watch ICT Concepts Explained playlist, lingo playlist. You'll see watch ICT Concepts Explained price action playlist. That's part 1 and part 2 of the ICT Concepts Explained series that I'm doing. It's I'm just giving it to you the way that I understand it. With the lingo playlist, I break down all the different lingo that you need to understand how to trade ICT concepts. In the price action playlist, I break down how I go through the price action and look for the different PD arrays. Well, Tim, what's a PD array? Well, if you watch the Sylvester, Georgia, get off my phone, spam wrist. If you watch the ICT Concepts Lingo playlist, you'll know what I'm talking about. So go check out the Lingo playlist. Go check out the price action playlist. Part 3 is coming soon, where it's the strategies playlist. But right now with the Lingo playlist and the price action playlist, if you study the Lingo, study the price action playlist, and go back and back test whichever PD array you want to implement into your trading strategy, you have all you need right now to go and formulate your own trading strategy with the Lingo playlist and the price action playlist, because I tell you what the PD arrays are based off how ICT give it to you and based off my understanding. Then I tell you how to find the bullish and the bearish instances of it. So now you got all you need to go and formulate your own strategy right now. Now, part 3 is just going to be me going through formulating different strategies for the different PD arrays and giving my input on how I like to look for buy and sell setups in the market. Part 3 coming soon. Not going to tell you when, because I'll be lying to you. If you go to either one of the playlists, it can be the Lingo playlist or the price action playlist. They're going to look the same. They're going to have an overview and then the different PD array videos. If you go to any one of the videos, it don't matter, and you click the description, go to the description, you'll see a thing that says download the slides. If you click on download the slides, you'll see, what's that at the bottom, Tim? It says ICT top-down analysis. Well, what is that? That is the PIM-dash chart. Oh, thank you, Tim, for putting the PIM-dash chart in the folder. That's the PD array matrix folder. And the way you utilize this is whenever you're looking for PD arrays and price action, right? The middle line is equilibrium, right? Think of the top line as the top of your box. Bless you. Think of the top line as the top of your box, the bottom line as the bottom of your box, and the middle line as equilibrium, right? If you're at equilibrium and you're looking up to the highest high. So you're looking for the mitigation block first. What the algo is looking for, a mitigation block first. Then it's looking for a breaker. Then it's looking for a liquidity void. Then it's looking for a fair value gap. Then it's looking for an order block. Then it's looking for a rejection block. Then it's looking for that highest high on your box. Then going down. If you're standing on equilibrium, you're looking down. It's looking for a mitigation block. Blah, 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 blah. Same thing, right? So if you're bullish, you're going to stand at equilibrium, and then you're going to look down for something to buy off of. You're standing at equilibrium, you're looking down, and you look, say, do I see a mitigation block? Nah, I don't. Do I see a breaker? Nah, I don't. Do I see a liquidity void? I see a fair value gap. So when price comes down to that fair value gap, you buy, and it goes up. Then you look and say, hey, I want to buy it up to this breaker, or I want to buy it up to this fair value gap, or I want to buy it up to this high. Whatever's in the premium. That's how you use the PIM-dash chart. If you want a clearer explanation of how to use the PIM-dash chart, go to ICT video. I don't know the name of it, but this came straight off his thing. Trade conditioning setup progression. That might be the name of the video right there. Or top-down analysis might be the name of the video. But it's inside ICT mentorship. One of them things when he talk about the PIM-dash. I call it the PIM-dash chart. But it's called the PD array matrix chart. I think that's what he called it. Anyway, how do I get out of this picture? I can't get out this picture. Okay, I'm out the picture. But these are the slides. You can download the slides, you know what I'm saying, for all of the videos. This is they free. You can download them to keep notes on, download them to go over with me, download it for whatever. I'm going to get to the price action. You better stop rushing me. Hey, man, let me see who in the chat, and then we go get to it. Let me see who in the chat, then we go get to it. I've been talking for 10 minutes. Let's go see who in the chat, then we go get to it, man. What's up, Cool It? Cool It now. Hey, watch out. Shout out Cool It being first in the chat. Then knocked off Here to Learn and Share. Cool it to knock, here to learn and share off. What's up, here to learn and share? You slipping. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The purpose of the link is so that you can pull up and ask any question you want. You can pull up and share anything you want to share, but you can't pull up and let any birds out of the cage. We had that happen. That's why it's on subscriber only mode right now. What's up, Thomas? What's going on, Lover? What's going on, Pamela? Hey, Valdez. Buenos tardes. What's going on, Marcia? Where's Regina? You remind me of a West Side Story. What's going on, Mendez? And those beautiful little girls and the queen herself. We can see your faces now. Ooh, ooh. My sweetie in here. Hey, baby. How you doing? What's going on, Fishbone the Great? What waves for us, Fishbone? Why you got them waves up there? What's going on, Seawalk? I don't even understand how my Seawalk. Y'all know when I do that, every time I do that, I be Seawalking with my fingers. Michelle Tucker. What's going on, Michelle? What's going on, FC? What's going on, Kyle? Kyle. What's up, Kyle Skywalker? You don't look nothing like I thought you was gonna look. Kyle, you do look like you some kin to Uncle Luke. Don't stop, pop that rubber. Don't stop, pop that rubber. What's going on, Kyle? Oh, yes, he know about Corey. Oh, I should have known he know about Corey. What's going on, Lil Hawk? What's up, Sam B? What's happening with your Sam B? Hey, Sam, were you the one who put in the thing, who put in the Discord, was like, your son was like, no, daddy, I don't want order block. I want cartoons. Was that you, Sam B, who put that in there? Somebody put that in there. Somebody shared it in there. Said, I turned on the video and my son said, no, daddy, I don't want order block. I want cartoons. What's up, Derek? What's going on with you? What's going on, Kim? That's my first time seeing that name. Kim, if this ain't your first time pulling up, I truly jalapies. But if it's your first time pulling up, welcome. And please come again. What's up, KC? Hey, KC, what the rest of the Sunshine Band? I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am. Hey, that was you, Sam? No, daddy, I don't want order blocks. I want cartoons. What's up, Zay? Shout out to homie Zay. One thing before we get started. I told y'all I would never, ever, ever, ever share anything in the Discord that I don't share on the tube. So today I was I signed into my one of my trading platforms. I signed into one of my trading platforms today, and when I signed in, it happened to still be on the premium chart for a position that I took on Friday. Y'all remember? Oh, excuse me. That pizza and French fries I cooked in the air fryer coming back for vengeance. Y'all remember on Friday I said that I saw it looked like we was about to have a turtle soup. Like at the end of the day, the price took off and was running for the buy side liquidity on the ES. The Dow had already took out the buy side liquidity, and the NASDAQ was struggling to even get to the buy side liquidity. And I was like, "Hey, look like we setting up a turtle soup." So I set a buy order in my platform. I set a buy order in my platform to buy some 400 puts. And then I got picked up. Excuse me. I got picked up right, I think at like 4:02. It was like a little after, it was right after 4 because I got the notification. And I had the order through like 3 different accounts, right? And so yesterday we hit my profit target. My profit target was 100%, right? My profit target was 100%. I wasn't trying to go to a particular swing high or swing low. I bought them for this Friday. I bought them last Friday for this Friday. And I wasn't going for a particular swing high, swing low. I was going for a percentage profit target because I only bought it for a week out. And I know the premium will move faster on the week out. So instead of trying to get to a particular swing high, swing low, or PD rate, I said, when I get 100%, I'm just going to tap out, right? because I know the premium move fast. It moved fast for you and it moved fast against you, right? So in case we hit a little chop, I was just going for percentage, right? So shout out to homie Zay. Zay can vouch for this. When I came back here, I was at like 82%. And I text Zay, I said, hey, I'm at 82% on the puts I bought Friday. You know I'm about to cash out, right? And then the market started dumping. Phew. I said, never mind. 100% locked in. I'm trying to see how far it goes. So I set my stop loss to get me out right around 100% because that was my target. And then I just, you know what I'm saying? I set my profit target for like, I think it was like 300%. I set the profit target for like 300% and I put the stop loss in around 100%, right? And so I came back later that day and I had got stopped out at 102%, right? And so you can see on the thing right there, you see where the limit went in here, the sale went in there, right? And I said 1 Friday entry, and I was pointing right there. You can see the little arrow where it went in, right? Then I was like 2. This was like first 1 Friday's entry, 2 yesterday. All contracts stopped out at 102%, right? 3 today it's at 814%, right? Lesson: hindsight is always 20/20 vision. You have a plan for a reason, so never worry about the what ifs, right? Never worry about the what ifs. And then I put in the Discord, I said, everyone, we all struggle with second guessing our trading decisions, but never regret sticking to your plan. Remember, every Monday morning quarterback is an MVP. Yeah, man. I left it, you feel me off, but I just want to say that right then, right? So the moral to the story is you got a plan for a reason, right? You have a plan. Every Monday morning quarterback is an MVP. Hindsight is always 20/20 vision, right? If you will always look back, even if I held on to my position and it went to 800%, right? If it went to 1200%, I would be like, God dog it, I should have held it to 1200%. That was the old me. Always chasing the home run, always chasing the what ifs. Every Monday morning quarterback is an MVP, right? You got a plan for a reason, right? Every time I deviate from my plan, something walk up on me and put them paws on me. Put them paws on me. So now I don't deviate from my plan. I don't care if it go to the moon. Long as I hit my target, I'm happy. That's it. It took me a long time to get like this. Man, I'm telling you, the old me, 2021, little Timmy Rogers, this would have drove me crazy. But I just want to share this with y'all to let you know, when you chase the what ifs, you would drive yourself crazy and you will make yourself do stupid stuff. You'll try to start jumping in. You try to chase it. And everybody knows this market will reverse on a dime, right? You don't get in the fight in the middle of what y'all always hear me saying. I don't want to get in the middle of the road. I like to stand on the edge, throw the rock, and hide my hand. Right? I want to get in on the edge, throw the rock, and hide my hand. I ain't trying to get in the fight in the middle of the road. Yeah, man. All right, man. Let's get into it. I already talked to everybody in chat. What say? Oh, baby. More to the story. Leave a runner. Yeah. I'm glad they said that. If your trading style is leaving runners, leave runners, because you have some people that say taking partials is stupid. You have some people that say you got to take partials, right? You have some people that say just give it to me all or nothing. I get my all or nothing, but my all or nothing, I have smaller like goals. So I get it all or nothing. You know what I'm saying? If I had loftier goals, like for example, when I be in my swing, in my leaps, right? If I'm in my leaps, right? And this ain't been no year for no leaps. If somebody telling you to buy leaps, slap them in the face. This ain't been no year for no leaps, right? The bear market not over, right? Wait till the bear market over and then start looking at buying leaps. Don't be that guy to try to guess when the bear market gonna end. Let the market tell you, hey, the bear market's over, and then start looking for pullback entries to go into leaps. Now, back to what I was saying. If my targets are shorter targets, so I take it all. You know what I'm saying? Like if I get into a 6 month or a year out position, right? I have targets to where when I hit this percentage, I'm shaving. When I hit that percentage, I'm shaving, right? And then, you know, if I was to hit 100%, I don't care how far that out it is, 3/4 coming off. How the hell? 100%, 3/4 coming off, and then the rest gonna be runners. But for like short-term stuff, when I'm buying 2 weeks out, 1 month out, 1 week out, especially if I buy 1 week out, I ain't leaving no runners. I'm out of there because that 1 week premium be moving so fast. It be moving. You see how fast that premium moved? 2 days, 800% in 2 days. Imagine if that was going against me. 2 days, 800% in 2 days. You see what I'm saying? So I take on really, really short time frame, give me my target and I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Give me my target. That's just my trading style. Trade your book. Trade your book. Don't get mad at nobody for the way. I see so many people that get mad, be calling people, oh, you so dumb for doing that. That's his style or her style. What it got to do with you? It ain't got nothing. What you mad at them for? You know what I'm saying? What you mad at them for? I appreciate that. What's up, Kareem? What's happening? What's up, Tranisha? Tranisha, when you slid in here? Kareem, when you came in here? Now, both of y'all late. Go to the office. Go to Prim's office right now. What's that, Tranisha? Stick to you. That's it. Stick to your plan. Stick to your plan. Appreciate that. What say, Thomas? Still trying to get to the point myself. One day discipline, next day not. Hey, that's everybody. That's everybody. That's Eric. I told y'all yesterday. The only reason why, I ain't gonna say the only reason, but one big component of me being so disciplined right now is y'all. Is y'all. Y'all remember not too long ago? Was it like, I think it was a couple months ago when I spiraled and I spiraled out of control and I was like doing some stupid stuff, lost a chunk of change. The hardest thing in the world for me to do was get on here on the weekly wrap up and tell y'all that I had messed up. Y'all were supportive. Y'all, oh, it happened to all of us. All of that fine and dandy. But because y'all already know I hadn't beat myself up. So it's cool. Y'all ain't want to kick a brother when he was down. You know what I'm saying? But y'all should have kicked me while I was down. Because if don't nobody hold you accountable, if don't nobody kick you while you down for screwing up and breaking your rules, you're going to feel like, oh, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Just like we don't be one. Hey, Thomas, get off my screen. Just like we don't be feeling like punishing our kids. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how hard it is to punish your kids, especially when they're good kids. Y'all know how hard it is to punish. But you realize, if I don't punish this little booger, if I don't punish it, they going to think I'm soft and they going to try me again. It's the same thing. Same thing. If you don't punish yourself for breaking rules, you're going to think you're soft and you're going to try you again. You're going to try you again. What you say, Pam? I'm the old you. This talk is for me. I sold my runners early. Hey, one day at a time. One day at a time. I ain't gonna hold you. One day at a time. Because I'm telling you, if it wasn't for y'all, if I wasn't on Al Gore's internet with y'all every day, I would be doing some of the stupidest stuff. Because it's like, I'm like, I got a real creative mind. And I don't know if y'all know this, right? But people with creative minds, they be like all over the place. It's like they be all, I promise you. I ain't never been diagnosed with ADD or ADHD as a kid, but ever since I was young, y'all see how I be on here. I can't stay focused on it. Be like squirrel, you know what I'm saying? I promise you, I gotta and I be all over the place. So if it wasn't for y'all, man, I'd be making all kind of stupid mistakes, man. I'm telling you, man. One day at a time. One day at a time, Pamela. This talk for all. I'm still talking to me. I'm talking to me right now. You feel me? One day at a time. What's up, Sanjay? Yes, puts were putting. What's up, Max K? Discipline over you feel me? You feel me? You must have seen the shirt. You must have seen the shirt. We technically could only lose 100. What? Well, technically, get off my screen. Get off my screen. Y'all see what I deal with? Y'all see what I deal with? Talking about we can technically only lose 100%. Well, you'll be at 0 then. That position would be at 0 then. How about that? Sanjay, do not encourage this dude. Do not encourage this dude. Hey man, let's get it to. I'm sorry for taking up that much time. I'm sorry for taking up that much time, but sometimes I just be feeling like talking. Speaking of talking, let me show y'all this. Remember the other day when I was telling y'all that it was truth that Dustin was talking about the spread between. I talked about that on Zay video, on Zay Live. If y'all ain't went and checked out the homie Zay Live, that was a good live. It was the Sativa Saturday on Zay channel. This right here, this the Sativa Saturday. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, it's got to be that one. It's because it's the last one. And it's an hour and 22 minutes long. Whenever Dave or me or somebody pull up, they always go real long. Especially E. E can't stop running his mouth. But check that out. But I was talking about it on here, and Dustin, he went back and he revisited both of them. Today on the closing beat, he talked about the spread between energy and oil. He retouched on that real quick, and then he talked about the every day in December. Like they went back 40 years and got the average for every day in December and plotted it on a chart. So, you know what I'm saying? 40 years average for December 1st, 40-year average for December 2nd, 40-year average. So the 40-year average for every day of December, and then they plotted it on a chart. And so I just want to share that with y'all real quick. I think that's it right here. Closing beat, lower 7 out. Yes, this is the video right here. Let me share it right so y'all can hear it. I got to reshare it because I don't know why on my PC when I share the screen, you can't hear the talking unless I share it a different way. Unless I share it a different. Baby, can you hear that talking? Okay, yeah. It's like I have to share it a different way on my PC. I don't have to do it like this on my Mac. Oh, this was a good one too. This was a good piece too. Y'all check this out. Can y'all hear Dustin talking right now?
Remember, we shared this yesterday with you here. The economic indicators. There it is. Economic indicators here. If we
you said it's low.
And take the net positive or negative there. They are looking like the southbound end of a north-facing wall.
You said it's low, baby.
Things like that, right? It's, in other words, if you're a city folk, it's not looking good. And so what we have here is all the.
It's really low.
The majority of economic indicators are trending lower. Okay, well, even if some of them are a little bit off, or maybe we.
Because I got everything turned up.
As to how they're calculated, one of them is calculated by.
It's still low.
100 people. Is that enough people? I don't know if that's enough people. But
this is what it sounds like.
Agreeing that things are getting weaker.
Okay, let me. Let me try. Let me do this again.
Where else was there? Oh, that was a nasty recession right there. Oh, that was a nasty one there. The .com. Yeah, we don't like to see things like that.
All right, let me try this again.
That's better.
Huh? What's better?
Just got a little bit off track. When we pull back, take a look at oil. What's happening there? Did you remember the lesson? I want to go back real quick and just share.
Let me see what it sounds like.
So I love sharing lessons ahead of time instead of telling you. I told you so. Yeah, I said it.
Let me see what it sounds like. See, cause it's just coming for some reason. It's just coming through my mic. It got louder when you switch to video. Switch to video.
You got louder and then went away. Robinson say the house phone ring louder than audio.
Man, get off my line, Robinson. Hold up.
Okay,
Go.
there, whatever you just did.
Hold up. Let me see your phone. Y'all, hold on. I'm gonna get this.
If y'all don't know, once Tim gets started, he ain't gonna finish until he get it.
Oh, they already know.
You. Don't worry about it, Oil. You go where you got to go. We'll come and meet you. That happens more times than you like. So you really want to, if you're an active you want to look at, good there overall. I do want to point out when we go back to oil here, because I just got a little bit of anything. Oh, okay, cool. Maybe they're making the right decision there. That's why you have the price of oil moving a little bit lower right there. Remember, we shared this yesterday with you here. Is what it is there. All right, so you got to have that risk appetite there if that's something you're looking to do. I know there's a lot of you out there that are risky. The NASDAQ back down to about...
When I unmuted myself, did it go down?
Year to date. Remember, this is the worst performing index of all of them. And you can understand, right? If you look at like the communication services today, it was one of the weakest areas. Apple had a horrible day. We can go through individual stocks, but especially what crude oil.
Now I got to try to find a spot.
Market that the economy is weakening, moving a little bit lower right there. Remember, we shared this yesterday with you here. The economic indicators. There it is. Economic indicators here, if we take the aggregate of them and take the net positive or negative there, they are looking like the southbound end of a north-facing mule. And I'm from Texas, so I say things like that, right? It's, in other words, if you're a city folk, it's not looking good. And so what we have here is all the economic, or the majority of economic indicators are trending lower. Okay, well, even if some of them are a little bit off, or maybe we have a bias as to how they're calculated. One of them is calculated by just simply sampling 100 people. Is that enough people? I don't know if that's enough people. But we have most of them agreeing that things are getting weaker. And so that takes all the opinion out of it. We can look back and see, oh, there was a recession last time this happened. Where else? It was, oh, that was a nasty recession right there. Oh, God, that was a nasty one there. The .com bust. Yeah, we don't like to see things like that. So not looking good there overall. I do want to point out when we go back to oil here, because I just got a little bit off track for you. When we pull back, take a look at oil. What's happening there? Did you remember the lesson? I want to go back real quick and just share this with you here. So I love sharing lessons ahead of time instead of telling you, I told you so. Yeah, I said it somewhere. Just go back and look. No, we actually covered this specifically. Look, remember the divergence between the price of oil and energy? And we talked about how that spread widening. It's not good. It's not good for any stock, any sector, any correlated pair that you want to look at. You can't have it. You can't have Home Depot going one way and Lowe's going the other. See what I'm saying? That spread causes a trade. People look at that as a pairs trade. You guys know what a pairs trade is? So I'll probably we'll hang out. We'll do this after Jazz After Dark sort of thing. We'll talk about pairs trading there. But what I wanted to show you was, look at that spread tightening up now. It hasn't even been a month. What's happening? Energy has chosen to come catch up to oil. Not to say that oil hasn't fallen too. It clearly has. But energy has said, no, we'll come meet you. Don't worry about it, oil. You go where you got to go. We'll come and meet you. That happens more times than you like. So you really want to, if you're an active market participant kind of person, take a look at the concept of, why do I always bet on something going up or down? That seems sort of black and white, doesn't it? What if I could pair some trades together and make it where the package profits based on two things happening rather than one thing? I'm not talking about using options either. So maybe I'll cover that tomorrow night in the Jazz After Dark there, because, well, that sounds like a good idea. All right. What else do we have? Hey, let's go over here real quick.
What's up, Zay? And then this, let me get the, what else? Well, the last thing I was talking about. What was the last thing I was saying?
I can find it.
Oh, every day in December. Right? Is
what
that
should
it?
A company be doing? All right, so I'll just move on.
He talked about what a company should be doing during the time. He had a lot of good stuff here.
The business
y'all need to check this video out.
Just kind of not really growing anymore, starting to kind of level off there. But they said, don't worry,
I need to find this.
We're still going to make a profit. We're still going to see our margins rise. They were really start. Would it be right for the rally to start now, or would it be right for the market to sell off now and wait until the middle of the month? This is the average performance by day of the, so we're looking back 40 years. This is the average performance by day and then plotted over 40 years. So average performance of December 1st, 40 of them. The average performance of December 2nd, 40 of them, right? Or 39 and 38 if there was a weekend in there. And so it's actually quite normal for the stock market to fake you out in the beginning of the month, then spend the rest of the year going up. So there you go. You guys already guessed it there, right?
All right, yeah. I just want to share that because that's what I mentioned that on here. This was why, like, if I find it, I was gonna send it to you, but he revisited today. You know what I'm saying? And then the other thing about the oil spread and all of that, I just want to share that with everybody. What's cracking, Zay?
What's going on, man? I went in and out, so I had seen, like, I've been trying to speed up and catch up to you, and I was like, I'm gonna just jump on. But I seen you had showed my channel, so I was like, he must have said something about me or said something. So
oh yeah, I couldn't remember where I had said it, if I said it on your video or on this video, and then I was like, speaking of Zay, y'all go pull up and check out Sativa Sad. That's how I ended up getting there, because I was going to YouTube to get this, and then I was like, I think I said it on Zay, and then that's when I pulled you up.
Yeah.
Then said, "What's up, Zay?"
What up? No, I jumped on real quick, man. Because I know you. Did you get in the price action all that? They about to be mad.
Man, no, I can't.
Look, I only got on real quick, because boy, did the indicators change fast. And so it's ironic that you were showing you got Dustin, and he was saying how it's typical to kind of sell off into the middle of December, because with and him saying that, and I jumped on because we've been talking about it, but bro, I wanted to go live, but I was like, I'm not about to go live, so I'll just share it on Tim. But bro, I gotta show you this real quick, dog.
Put your screen up.
How do I? Okay, can I share? Am I allowed to share?
Yeah, just put your screen up and I'll pop it up though. Go down there where where it say present. It should say like present or share or something like that.
It says block.
It says you on your Mac.
Yeah, I think I gotta be under.
Are you in Google or are you on the Safari?
Yeah. So I'm under Firefox. But bro, put it this way. Do you remember that chart I shared with you? The one on stock charts?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bro, it's turning, man.
Oh yeah.
They all turning.
Go out and come in Google and pull back up so you can put it on the screen.
I'll try to fit. Okay, I'll pull out real quick.
Yeah. Pull up on Google so you can put it on the screen.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Y'all who upset cause we ain't talked about the price action yet? Cool it. What that is over there? Hey, why Zay getting his why Zay trying to get it together? So you welcome, Khalil. I mean Kyle. Kyle, you still ain't answer me as if you was in the kin Uncle Luke. Appreciate that, Sasha. Kyle, while we waiting on Zay, we gonna go holler at our friend Spilene. For anybody who ain't never pulled up before, we wrote a song for her. You want to hear it go? Oh, wait a minute, we still sharing the wrong screen. We sharing the tab. That's one thing I like about being on the what's the name? It make it you about to bring the heat on Tuesday. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, we wrote a song for you. Want to hear it go? Spilene, where you at, baby? Here I go. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad that you came through. As y'all see, Spot was it? Some fake books. Hey. That's where the dough at. And the dough is for you, Robinson. Hey, Spilene, as y'all see, we broke we broke the weekly low that we had been looking at. Right? We took out the weekly low. We had a reaction to that. There goes Zay back. Come on, what you got, Zay?
No, go ahead. You could do
Nah,
I'm honestly, I'm just here to supplement and support. Because when I jumped off, I remember why I wanted to jump on. Because your posts that you did.
Which one?
Bruh, I want to.
Oh, about the percentage.
And everything,
okay, yeah.
So everybody, bruh, 100%. You gotta follow your plan. Like I put in chat, I respect your discipline 100%. That's what a real trader does. You did that. What I want to add to that is one, I want to say Tim he don't give himself enough credit, man. And this is why I'm so hard on Tim. Because I'll be wanting him to see the bigger picture because he called that sale. Granted, he was disciplined, but it's like this one. I asked him this question. I was like, bro, why you ain't expand your target, dog? Like, it had no shot. It was no signs of letting up. It was no signs of letting up. You even seen it progressing. You like, you know what I'm saying? And so, but that's why I'm hard on. But what I was here for is because I wanted to supplement what you were gonna say. But so what I was gonna show is when you called out that yo, it's about to be a sell signal. I want to show those indicators that I be using because the same time you pointed them out is that they look, everything turned on me. They all turn, and it's like what I want people to take from those who watch me and you is how you could put this together. And if you think about it, on Sativa Saturday and when I did the Beware episode, we were saying, yo, y'all better be careful, man. Like, we pushing extremes here. Like, I think you said it could turn around on a dime on you. And that thing hit 410 and turn around on a dime. So let me just share just a couple of these, and then I'm gonna let Tim do his thing because my stuff he gonna break down the ES and all that, but these are just like the special indicators.
I ain't breaking down nothing. And we fun to look at Zay's screen. That's what we doing.
They gonna get a little bit of both. But okay, so remember how we was looking at this, and I kept saying, okay, 21, that's too high. A PE on the SPX, so basically SP 500, 21 in a 4% environment is just way too high. And so, we broke this down a couple times in a few of the past weekend episodes. But I say, if we get to 21, this has been times where the market has turned on us. You know what I mean? And if you look what's happening this week. This thing is turning on us. And what has been like the narrative? Oh, the market got too expensive. All the stocks ran up, blah, blah, blah. And look at this. This is telling us that this is true. And if we look, bruh, man, we got some room. And so this is one of those things where it's like, this could be the start of the turn. So that was one. And then we had these other two over here. Where we at? Same one that we talked about the S5 F5. So that's the stocks over the 50-day. Man, look at that. We hit the peak. Hit the peak, right? Last time in August, we hit the peak. That thing turned around, and look what's happening. It's turning around. And what's happening to the market? Turning around, right? Same thing with the this one over the SP 500 stocks over the 200 days. So I mentioned to folks like, yo, we had a little bit of a gap here, but once we get here, we can start to turn. And look what's happening. We started to turn. And so it's like everything was screaming. The VIX was screaming. We got we talked about. We might see a sub 19 VIX. We closed all these gaps. Now I will say it created one more, but man, it could take off on us. Take off on us. So that's really all I wanted to share is, we undercut these lows, and typically, Tim, you say, hey, when we take out some lows, we looking for some highs. So I would just tell people, if the VIX get above 23, pullbacks are buying opportunities because that thing might be set to take off. Yeah, that's all. That's basically what I was going to add to yours. Is just, I was like, when I seen that turn and we did it so fast, I looked at my indicators. I was like, them things don't lie, boy. When they turn, they turn, man.
They don't.
But I will say this, and you probably about to go into this. I think, man, when we get to like 390, that's gonna be an interesting spot, man.
For real. Like I was hoping that we would get down a little bit lower, like in the beginning of the week. That would have made me feel good about this pullback as far as trying to bounce off of it. But like the way we're doing it now, is making me feel like we trying to slide. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like we came down,
Share
but
your screen so they can see.
we can't. Yeah. Let me uh-oh.
Yeah, you could take me. You could take me off. I'll be in the background.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I mean, I'll go aside because I do want to. Because I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I think me and you we have very similar thoughts. So I really
Yeah, and I'm just going since we on the spot, I'll just talk about it on the spot because that's what's on the screen. But like I was saying, we just took out the weekly low, the box that we had set before. We just took out that low, but we right here inside this big daily fair value gap, and then we got a full gap on the SPY down here, and all, you know what I'm saying. So it's like we're still, you know what I'm saying, we still in a premium overall as far as like where we've gone. You see what I'm saying? From this price run right here, we're still up in a premium, right? So this is still an area that can be sold. You see what I'm saying? And if we think about like the risk to reward for like where we are right now, right? Like right now, the just say if anybody put they stops up under the consolidation, they would be sitting down here, right? They'll be sitting down here, and it's like, but there's more reward to the downside than it is to the upside right now. You see what I'm saying? So it's like just a risk to reward factor. It's still more reward to the downside than it is risk. So it's like we're pretty much in the middle of the road. We're at a point where, yeah, we're at a point where buying right now ain't a good spot to be. But yeah, if you want to scalp, if you want to short in the short, if you want to short in the short time, buying the short term, scalping, that's cool. But as far as being like a swing trader or a longer term trade, you're in a weird spot where buying right now ain't the key, because it's like you got too much downside risk right now. You see what I'm saying? We could, like, I've been saying it ever since Friday. I would love to get back to at least this equilibrium downhill around, what is that? What's that right there? 37, around 380. You know what I'm saying? I would love to get back to at least there, because that'll take care of all this gap work right here in the meantime, and get back down to this order block and give us a reason to bounce. You know what I'm saying? That'll give us a reason to bounce. But right now, we still floating up here in a premium. Now, the market can hit us with a 52 fake out and just come back to this breaking market structure right here and say, forget you, punk, and take off. You know what I'm saying? It can do that all day, say, forget you and take off. But I ain't a gambling man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't a gambling man. I'm going to wait for the market to give me a sign that it's time to buy now. And to Zay's credit, he did tell me, why didn't you just extend your target? And I was like, I did. It just came back and stopped me out at my original target.
Yeah, you did. I was like, oh damn.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not gonna give up my original target. It's like, I'll see how far it goes, but I'm gonna stick to my original target. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I can sit here and just talk about the intraday price action all day, but I feel like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If Zay want to rock or say something else, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. But I think what he brought to the table tonight is much more valuable than sitting down and say, oh, the counters did this, the counters did that. We can do that all day long, but you need an overall picture. That's why I say, you like Zay good on all of the outside of the price action stuff. He be looking at different indicators. He be looking at the economics. He be all up on all that stuff. Me, I stay aware of when the economics going to happen, and then I just wait to see what the price action going to do. You know what I'm saying? I try to get the narrative. Okay, they want the market, they want the economy to slow down. So if the economy's still doing good, I'm going to be looking to the downside. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the algos do. You know what I'm saying? That's about as far as I take it. It's getting in. Like, I stay up well. I know what's going on, but I just sit there and wait to see what the algos do, because it's like, I'm just trading solely off the price action, and I'm waiting for the market to let me know, okay, this bear market over. You can go ahead and start buying more stuff for your mama portfolio now.
So let me ask you this: all right, with today's price action, and I guess with us going in the like kind of, you know, I get just your normal spiel, bro. Like, where do you know? I always like what you have to say about when your stuff play out, like what you see next, because to me, I try to map it to the thing, like the narrative and stuff. So as you going through this, I'm already thinking, well, I want to see what he about to say as far as where he think we going. Because to me, I feel like because we so bearish, bro, the beginning of this week, and typically, like you say, when you start bearish, you try and go for a bullish week. PPI might surprise folk.
Yeah. And okay, I'm glad you said that.
Because
let's look at the calendar.
I feel like we could be, put it like this. We can all agree the Bears have arrived, right? Most people would be like, yo, they back, right?
Yeah.
Most people would agree and say, yo, the Bears they've come back. They done wrestled down. They done took back all the whole pow pop gone right now. Now everybody's starting to be like, damn, maybe the rally is done, and the Bears is back. I think you was on the Sativa side when I asked this question, and I said, man, look, everybody see this 4,100. We all see it, and we all know, like, what are we missing? And you just freaking showed and I'm a credit your guy Dustin, right? Because we are selling off in the very beginning of the month. When I think about the things you teach, you go down to go up. If we want to have a successful Santa rally, end of the year rally, we need to come down first.
Yeah.
So we're coming down. Everybody's going to start to get very bearish because they're going to assume PPI, CPI, all that's going to be bad and hawkish. But if that stuff does not come in the way the Bears need it, they're going to get ripped into the new year. Boy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The algos, what I'm thinking is the algos are getting enough juice to not only take out September highs, but there is a small gap in the 4,200 area. It's a small, I guess you would call it a void or whatever, but man, we could be kind of, loading up for that run at the end of the year, man. Yeah. So I'm interested to see what you say.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that, because looking at the ES, right, and y'all, and see this the low I was talking about right here, and everybody already know, like, when I have like a particular target, once we hit it, it's like now you be like, that was your target, why didn't you just go the other way? Because I'd be like, once we hit it, now it's time to see what the algos want to do, because that's a to your point, that's a pivot point. It's just a pivot. It can pivot either way. You see what I'm saying? So
can I add one thing real quick with you?
Huh?
Can I add one thing with you?
Yeah.
Now with this target, I'm agree. I'm with you with take the profit and wait, because this 30, like you said, 39.50, we in the middle of the road. As a swing trader, we could go to 4,000. We could come to 3,900. We really gotta wait. You know what I mean? Like at 39.50 as a swing trader, you dead smack. And like you said, you don't really want to buy you. And I kind of feel like the short almost over, right? Like the short is almost over.
Yeah. Right now you're chasing the short now.
Right.
Like if you get it now, you're chasing the short.
I'm glad you said it. Right. Like to me, I feel like if you ain't get it from either Friday or Monday, it's, it kind of done ran its course. But you ain't quite ready to buy yet either, though.
No, you're not. You're not. We at that point where we need like we're at the runner stage of the short, and the in the watch list stage for the long. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what we at. We at runner stage and watch list. This ain't time to be getting in. This at the time where the fight is going on, and whoever threw the rock, they happy. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else, they getting in, catching black eyes, trying to, you know what I'm saying, just trying to run in wild and hit somebody and catching a wild right hook. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we, and if you like looking at the thing, we got to like this target, right? And now I'm chilling and waiting to see what it do, because now that we've hit this low, right? We've hit this low, and y'all already know how I feel like whenever we hit a low and we wick back up, it's like the market saying, yeah, I want to go that way, but not quite yet. So it could just pop up a little bit and come back, because we only a stone's throw away from that low right there. And anytime you get that close to a low in 10 projects, you're going to hit it. You see what I'm saying? You're going to hit it. So now when you take that low, right now, you're inside this. Remember I said we was inside this big daily fair value gap. You're inside this big daily fair value gap, and you right there at fair value. You see what I'm saying? When you come back down, now you're slapped dead in the middle of the road. See what I'm saying? Right now, we driving back to the middle, and we so close to the middle of the road. So it ain't time to be trying to buy right now. You know what I'm saying? Even if, let's say, we pop back up for the rest of this week and get back up to this equilibrium here, right? Look at what we got coming up. Friday, we got PPI, right? Next Tuesday, we got CPI. Yep. Next Wednesday, we got FOMC. Yep. You know what I'm saying? We got flash PMI next Friday. It's like we got a whole lot of stuff that can tank the market. And then, like, to Dustin credit, when he was talking about this, you know what I'm saying? The market crashes when I crash, but it pulls back in the middle of the month. Historically, it'll pull back in the middle of the month and then run. And when is all of this news? In the middle of the month. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I was like, the way it's trading, it's acting like we want to slide. You see what I'm saying? But like I say, nobody never know. It's all about probabilities, and it's all about right now. This little Timmy Rogers advice to everybody listening, right? If you're not already in your shorts, chill out. If you're thinking about getting longs, chill out. Don't do that, because
I second that.
It like on the long side, now on the short side, it is better just to watch it keep running than to get clapped. And on the long side, it's better to get in on the second move than to get clapped trying to guess the first one. Yeah. Yeah, you feel me? That's all I'm gonna put into it. That's all I'm gonna put into it. I appreciate you. I think you brought more value than me just talking about the price action, and then you know what I'm saying. That's just my spiel. Oh, let me show this real quick. You know, people always be asking me if this stuff work on like individual stocks, and I always say I don't know, but I've been monitoring this on a test. Speaking of tests, it's Tesla. I've been monitoring this on a test, right? So last month, I'm putting on monthly candles. Last month, what I did, all right, back in November, right? In November, we had sold down. We was like down here somewhere. So what I did, y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Like with ICT teachers, if you don't know, once you sell down through an up close candle, right? You mark that open up that up close candle, and then you go back through the charts to the first down close candle that you haven't like touched yet, right? So we was here, and when I come from this down and I go back through the charts, this is the first down close candle we hadn't touched yet. So that's the bottom line. So that's the range from October 2020 until July 2022. That's the range, right? So you're looking for a price to trade down until you hit that last candle and then retrace back up to the one that you went through, right? So I just been monitoring this. I marked this, I marked that, and then I put in this monthly order block, right? So as we came down, finishing out November, in November, we came down to the top of the order block, reacted off of it, and now here in December, we're pulling back toward it. So I'm watching to see if we get down, and this bottom line just happens to fall at the mean threshold of the monthly order block. So I'm watching it to see if we come back and bounce off this order block just like it does because if we was looking at the ES right now, I would be waiting for the ES to come back down to this mean threshold right here to go long off of it. But so far, it's playing out. It's looking to play out the same way it play out with the indices. You know what I'm saying? So I've been monitoring that. I just want to I want to share that earlier, but I just thought about it when it just popped into my mind. But
so can we just say that Tim has a price target on Tesla of 147?
Yeah.
And 126.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks.
Hey, Tesla, come to 147. I'm buying some Tesla.
I'm buying some too. Listen, I just need people to understand, right? Like if Tesla get to 147, bro, that's like That's about to be like a 60% discount, dog.
Man. And so it ain't looking bad, you know what I'm saying? Because it came down to 166.19, and then it bounced off the top of the order block, and now we revisiting that wick. You know what I'm saying? We revisiting that wick.
So, all right, so this is one of the things I gotta ask you right here, real quick. In situations like this is where I say, okay, you can leave the chart up, but it's technicals, right? So I'm like, just from a I know you don't do the patterns, but when you just look at this chart technically, you can see, okay, you get 4 down months, and then you get a green power month, right? Then you got 3 down months, green power month. Now we have 4, and we're working on a 5th. Now I went through in Tesla's entire stock chart history to see if they've ever had 5 down months. They've never ever in the history of Tesla ever had 5 down months. This is one of those times where I'd be like, all right, do I go with the technicals that say, man, it looks bad? Like if I look at Tesla's chart, this looks bad. It looks exactly like you said. It looks like it wants to come to the 147, 125. Or do you lean on just like logic where you like, bruh, I see this wick from the 4th month, and what we could be doing is just a retest. Because if we don't break that low,
right
it still has a shot of a reversal.
Yes, you're talking about right here.
Correct. If we technically don't break that monthly low, we still could reverse on Tesla.
Exactly.
Which would help with a end of the year rally.
Yes.
So I guess my question to you is like, how do you know, what's your take on that? Like, you see how I'm like, bro, are we technicals aside, do we really believe Tesla will have 5 down months?
But Pete, it don't even have to have 5 down months. Like right now, like that's what I'm saying. We at that point now where Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Google, all the big dogs, right? If all the market movers just sell off next week, just sell off next week. You know what I'm saying? Just sell off next week. That could, if just say Tesla decided it wanted to, you know what I'm saying, just sell off between this week and next week. That can very well put us right there. And then it still got time to reverse, you know what I'm saying? Because that's only half of the month. But not saying that would happen, but it's just like we so close to it to where all we got to do is just follow the regular December pattern, and we would get pretty much in that range and still can reverse and end the month positive on Tesla.
But I don't, bro. Okay. All right. What's the percentage from where we at right now to just the top of the order block, which is the 146? So that means Tesla got to drop like $20-$30. We talking
from where we at now? Yeah,
to get to
just right to the top of it.
Yeah, just to the top of it, the 140, whatever.
2.5%.
No. The 140, though.
Down here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the mean threshold. That's the mean threshold.
That's where you said you was buying.
Yeah. That's the mean threshold. Yeah. Down to the mean threshold. Yeah. That's like 18%.
So okay. That's that. And see, again, logic has me ask the question bro, Tesla is already down 7.64% on the month. If you add in an additional 18, that means Tesla going to be down like 23% this month.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. Because matter of fact, Dustin revisited a lot of stuff today because a few months ago he shared it in the class with us. He said he used Michael Jordan house as an example, and he was like, it becomes a point where it's just too cheap to pass up. Right. And he was like, the stock market is the same. So and this was back when he was talking about the stock market was getting ready to bounce and why it's going to bounce. And he was like, it just becomes a point where it's too cheap to pay. And to your credit, is getting to a point where it's too cheap to pass up. So we very well may not break this low. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
we may,
right. Because I'm
we may
like,
just come back to the top of the order block again and take off.
yeah,
Or, you know what I'm saying? And take off. We very well may not. That's why I'm like, I'm just testing this out. I'm looking at to see how it's gonna play out. But like you say, just from this last pullback from peak to trough on this last pullback alone, right? Tesla has been down 47%, and it's right now sitting at 43%.
Right, right.
From August, from the August high.
Right. Now, let's get the people a little sauce. Now, watch this though. This is what I like about Tesla and what you do, Tim, because I do think we get back to that order block. Like, well, what I learned from you, we gonna get back to that, right? But you see that void at 265
right here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. From what I know from you and what I, how I do things, if the market could trade this way, this would be in the perfect world. Not saying it's going to happen, but in a perfect world, right? We do go touch maybe we go touch the top of the block one more time, but then by the end of December, going into January, we get a miraculous bounce from Tesla, and this thing goes and hits that gap up there, right? And so we in December in that volume gap. So I
got it on monthly, so I can't line it up.
No,
right.
It's fine. You gotta do just follow me, right? So just follow me at the end of December, we get into that little void up there, right?
Right here.
Yeah. How perfect would it be? Now you can have a whole first quarter. So you got all of January, February, March, which is supposed to be a disastrous quarter. And we're supposed to get the recession, and we're supposed to get earnings revisions. That you then, since we done took out those lows, right? We want to go down, but we ain't got enough sauce yet because we got to go get that gap up there, right? We then bounce up and get this gap, and then that first quarter, you now have the ability to sell off and come all the way back down to 147. Bingo, 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 bango.
Yep. I mean, that sounds good to me too. That sounds good. Because like I say, right now it's about probability.
Because you have 4 red months, a green power month, 3 red months, a green month. Then we would have basically 4 down red months.
1, 2,
December
3, 4.
And
then this right here would be
your green one. And then January, February, March is your next 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
And it just keeps on with this, one step, 3, 1 step up, 3 steps back, 1 step up, 3 steps back. That's basically the pattern I see on the monthly. It takes 1 step up, 3 steps back, 1 step up, 3 steps back.
And the reason why I started doing this test on Tesla just to monitor it is because Tesla got a lot of downside, just like the NQ. You know what I'm saying? It's got a lot of downside. And so I want to see if we was going to step our way back down and take care of that. You know what I'm saying? Because don't nothing go in a straight line. I was like, are we going to step our way back down and get that? And I'll take, because I remember it was back in, might have been early summer. After that, we was talking, and I was like, these people out here talk about buying leaps, and we might be like in a 2 to 3 year bear market. Remember we was talking about
it depends on, some of these names, you can trade it, but don't be like holding it, because when they hit certain targets, like Tim say, be disciplined to get out, because it's no more just straight line up, straight line down. It's gonna be a lot of but see, the thing I will say is these are all amazing trading opportunities, because what we just showed you could probably take a Tesla trade right now. Once you start to see it really turn and you get confirmation, if it starts to head north, we shown you where there's a liquidity void up there. And then we've also shown you on a monthly where there's a block. So if Tesla do run up back to 265 and start seeing rejection, you also know, oh man, this might be time that I can get a long put on Tesla to ride it back down to that 140 something.
I'm sure right here. If y'all can see my screen, December 14th at 3 o'clock is when I'm gonna start looking for the scale.
Hey Tim, can you go to Michelle's question? Because I want to answer her question.
What Michelle say? Put it back up there, baby.
She say, do you really think? Can you go to Tesla chart, Tim?
Yeah.
because
What
she
you want?
said,
What
"Do
you
you
want?
think?"
Weekly or this a monthly? What you want?
Nope, you could just leave it on the monthly.
All right.
She said, "Do you think we could go 40%? That seems like a lot." Here's Tim. Can you look at the big 3 green months? What were those monthly percentages
Over here.
on Tesla? Just the last 3.
Oh, this one here,
That
this
one,
one, and
yep.
this now.
Yep, them 3. What was those monthly percentages?
That was just hovering over. It was 43, but I'm just want to do it from the God dog it, Tim. There you go. So that one there's 43%.
Okay. Can you do that one low to high?
From low to high?
Yeah, on the
okay. I just did the body on. I'm gonna do low to high then.
All
right. God dog it, Tim. So low to high on the 50% on that one. Get up screen. Then low to high on this one here.
I don't think it's gonna do it because you got the dots.
Oh, it was. Low to high on this 48%.
Okay.
And then I keep moving the screen. 40%, 41%. So it was, what was it, 50?
50, 40, 40, 50, 43, and 40.
Let me do it like this right here so I can leave them on now. Okay, so I must have pushed it farther last time or something. 46. Last time it said 50 something, didn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what 47. I don't know what I did last time. I must have been on the wrong thing. Why are my lines disappearing? I thought I could highlight more than one.
It is. You just got to hover over them and look like they still there. They just, I think your lines are clear or something.
No, they for some reason it wouldn't let me select them all. It won't let me select them all. I don't know why, but I can do it. It's more than one way to skin a cat. All right, so 46, 47, and 38. I don't know what I was clicking last time. So peak to trough, 46, and just in that month, right? Just the month move by itself. 47 on, and then 38 from peak to trough on all of them.
And Michelle say, what was her question? Can it go up 40%? It done did it before.
Yeah, it did it before.
It done did it before.
Yeah, so, it did it before. It will move. It will move.
It can get go. Now, here's the other thing that I wanted to show you on the monthly is that what you also have to take into account is, let's say Tesla wanted to be, let's say we said that Tesla was going to be up 10% for the month of December. You really got to say, you got to go from the closing price in November and look at what's 10% from the closing price in November, right?
Yep. Right.
And what's that?
Not much.
Well, let's do 15 because Tesla's a runner.
Okay, 15% would give us, just say 224.
Right, and it's at what?
Right now, Tesla at
179.
179.
So like a run from right. So if a run from 180 to that 224 is probably like 20%, but Tesla would only be up, you know what I mean?
15%.
Yeah, for the month or whatever. So like again, if we're talking about it having a positive 25%, then that means it does have to do a 35-40% run from where it's currently at right now. And so again, if you look at those candles again, those just the body of those candles, you got like a 30%er, a 20%er, and like another 25%er.
Let's just based off of like what this, we just gonna say like 40%. Just, you know what I'm saying, just a rough 40% from what the low is right now, right? From what the low is right now, that'll put us at 245. Just from what the low is right now, 40, and you know, we did 40 here, 30 there, 38 there. We did 38 in July of this year. And this just ain't just a pandemic thing. So this July of this year, we did 38. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say if you repeat July, the last big up month, just say 40%, it'll put you right there at that void
And
from now.
And knowing you that close, you got to think Christmas, they going to try to pump that thing.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to try to, or what happens is maybe it carries over into January. You know, you get a little carryover in there. After that, that's when, you know, the sell-off begin. But no, this is just, you know, some of the things I'll be looking at, bro. How I'll be like using the concepts you use along with like putting in the narratives and stuff, because like you said, it worked. You know what I'm saying? Especially when, and then when you tie in like all the other stuff, bro, you be like, all right, you could really plan out
what it do, like I be talking, like when I was telling you, I was like, it's just a shiny new hammer in your toolbox, right? Because it's like you got what worked for you well already, and then with like reading the price action in the way that ICT teach it, now you see like objectable, you see objects or targets in your future to top, like, okay, if we do my 15%, that puts us back to this liquidity void, or that puts us at this order block. So
bingo,
it's giving me more. Okay, now I know when I take this long, now I'm more willing to just reverse and go short at this order block, because that's my 50% that I already thought we was gonna go.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, exactly. No, that's exactly how I explain it to people, man. Is like, that's how I tie in. And I feel more confident in like my swing trades, because like you said, I like, for me, I like the bigger target. So I'm trying to, I'd rather like that short at 300 on Tesla. I would have took a 6-month swing and try to ride that down that whole 40%. I want the whole drop. But the reason why I'm willing to do that though is because I'm zooming out and I'm seeing like, bro, this is a monthly trend. So if I'm getting positive flow weekly and daily, and it's all matching up, going from higher to lower, I'm willing to keep riding out a trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm willing to, because it's shown me that those are the ranges of, if you measure the 4 down months, I bet you all them percentages is about the same way we did those up candles. Or like if you did from the January to, what's the January to the March low, and then if you did or maybe, I guess that's, you could do
this January this year, that's like 34
to the February. Go to the February.
34% February. February we did.
No. Go from January to February.
Oh, from January to February?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's 42%.
See, that's what, but see
from
now, right now, then do after March, go to April to June, right? So that's like a quarterly. Say that's like a quarterly swing. Or did you go to June?
This is
next month over.
Yeah. So to June it was 45%. Because May had a lower low, but to June it was 45, and then May it had went down 46. So it made a lower.
Either way, you're still getting a 50% right.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then this latest one is, what'd you just say, from that peak in August down
47?
All of them been about 50%. You get it. So basically, Tesla has the tendency to do a 50% drawdown. Then it likes to do maybe anywhere from 35 to 40% retrace. 50% drawdown, 40% retrace. If you use those percentages, you could pretty much map out those percentages of Tesla and then see where they get you and how they line up with Tim said. When you get there, do you see a liquidity void? Is there an order block there? Is there mitigation blocks? Because when you, I'm telling you, when you put them two things together, you have so much more conviction in any swing trade. That's why I love watching Tim channel and what Tim do, because he's a swing trader. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, I could listen to him all day, because I'm looking at it from a wider perspective. So it's like, damn, as I'm looking at Tesla, I'm catching 50% drawdown, 40% upside, and then he's showing me, oh, there's a gap here. It's taking out this low. I guarantee you, if you I bet you, if we do those percentages we just talked about, a 50% drop gets you to that 147, probably from 265. Try it out.
And then Pete, okay, I'm gonna try that real quick, but I saw somebody said it. They was talking about the mitigation block, right? So it's like you come down this low, do not break that high, right? And it sell off the last up close candle. That's your you got a monthly mitigation block lining up with a monthly volume imbalance right here, and a void. It's a full void in there. It's no price in between.
Price action in there.
You got a full void in there, a volume imbalance, and a mitigation block. And that's a lot of traffic to get through. You see what I'm saying? That's a lot of traffic to get through. And if you notice on the monthly, it's carefully overlapping everything. So either way, it's going to either slice through butter up or slice through butter down. Because on the monthly, everything is like, it's real careful not leaving any more gaps or voids anywhere. We even this month, we even came back up and touched the low of that one. So it's like everything is either going to slice through butter up or down. And what you said, from which high to what low?
What's the percentage from 265 to your 146 or whatever?
From 265?
Yeah, like if it hit the top of that void.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then started retracing back to the 147.
That's 44, about 44, 45%.
And what was those average drops?
Yeah, that's it. Close enough for government work.
Right? Like, wait, what?
Close enough for government work.
Yeah. So it's like, well, damn, that joint line up pretty damn good.
Yeah, it be lined up perfect. And one thing I want to say, right, with all of this, I'm glad you pulled up saying all of this. All of this is how you build out like a thesis. You build out the thesis, and then it's like you look at historical price action. And based off the historical price action, what's the most likely place it's going to reach for that liquidity, right? Once you identify the most likely place, then you wait for the algos to show you which side they're going to run to first. Okay, we're going up. There's my target to the upside for liquidity they're going to reach for, right? Then once we get there, all right, are we going to keep going up or are we going down, right? Okay, we're going down. There's my downside target. Now it's time to go. That's all it's about. That's how you mitigate loss, because you're not gonna always be right, and that's how you know what I'm saying. That's how you can plan. You won't be so reactive. You know what I'm saying? You'll just be waiting. Once you see it, okay, execute. You know what I'm saying? You're not just, oh my goodness, I'm lost. Now you know what I'm saying. This is how you build a plan.
No, that's why I like how you preach patience, right? Because really, with what we identify, it's like you said, once we see it start getting a direction a certain way, we kind of know what we might be headed for. Like if this thing actually keep breaking down, then I know I'm looking for the top of that box, which is about what, 165 or so, 167.
Yep,
right?
167.
Yep.
Got
so if it
160.
gets there, I'm gonna start watching to see like how does it reach. Honestly, here's how I would really be looking at Tesla. I would say I wanted to get to the 165, maybe even the 147 first, because if it gets there, I'm going long, baby.
Yes, I never told you. Hit 147, I'm buying Tesla.
I'm going long. Like at that point, I have so much conviction. We going to that liquidity void up there. Like, bro, ain't no way we not bouncing all the way back up to that 265. Bro. I'm going long, bro. So go ahead to come down. I'm not even looking for the short. You can scout that short though.
Hey, I ain't worried about the short. If we hit 147, hey, we hit 147, I'm be out there. I'm be like, baby, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Yeah, I'm going long, baby. I'm going, That honestly, if we keep it in a G, that's how I'm looking at it.
Really
I'm
brought the heat
like,
to it. Appreciate it. Man, that's Zay, man, Dad. That's Zay, man. Hey, I'm just out of there, Florida, man.
Look, go ahead, hit the box and hit your line first and close like that. Man, yeah, that's how I would see it though. But yeah, if you did like that, like I said, I'm going long. I'm going long.
That's it.
But no, man, I appreciate you letting me on, bro. You know, giving some.
I appreciate you, man. Like I say, man, this is way more valuable than me just saying, "Hey, we went down, we went up." Cause we just talk about the price action every day. It's like, yeah, everybody know I get on my soapbox in a minute. I just start talking anything that comes to my mind. But this right here, I feel like this is more valuable to anybody because this is the part that, like the furus, they don't teach you this. Right? This is teach you how to fish. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, Jay can come in here and be like, yeah, just buy Tesla if it hit 147. But you don't understand why he's saying that. Now we just opened up the chart and showed you why we looking at those levels, why we looking at that 265, why we looking at that 167, why we look, you know what I'm saying? If you understand why we looking that way, then you can start to formulate your own ideas of, okay, if it's going to go there, then it needs to, you know what I'm saying, go get the liquidity to go. Like I say, you got to go home and get your bus money and then catch the bus. You know what I'm saying? This is teaching people how to fish, man. I appreciate you, my guy.
Nah, yeah, this was fun, man. This was good, man. Like I said, like I always tell people, I appreciate what you do, man. Like this year, I feel like my TA has jumped leaps and bounds. You know what I mean? And one thing you always preach is you like, you know what I'm saying, when you learn his stuff, pick a style that you want to trade, right? And I think what I learned with my style is I like taking out lows and going for new highs. Like that's them ultimate swings. That's why I can get the 50%. Like, but again, that's my style. I don't mind, you know, sitting and trade, you know, for 3 months or whatever.
And you got to and see, the thing about it is, right, not only do you got to understand your style, right? You got to trade within your pocket. Zay may be able to get in a 6-month trade and play it out, but you got to understand, you got to have the capital allocation to get into that. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to understand how to first, like if you got a small account, you got to learn how to do it on a smaller time frame. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn, but you got to be patient, wait for it, do it on a smaller time frame. And once your capital grow, then you can do it on a time frame that Zay can do it on and not worry. He can put on a trade and let it play out for 3 months and not worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But when you got a smaller account, you got to learn how to, you know what I'm saying, do it on a smaller time frame, stay disciplined, stick to the script, grow your capital, and then just keep doing the same thing, expand your time horizon, all of that right there, man. Just stay right here. Discipline over dollars.
But I do want to say though, bro, people can still grow small accounts with like swing trades.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Swing trading.
Yeah, like I mean, I found some. I'll tell you, a nice sweet spot is if you can find like a nice risk reward on like some swing trades. I'll give a real like super gem insight. This is what I like to do, bro. If you go to bar chart, right, and how I kind of pointed out to him, I like to do quarters. So if you go to bar chart, when we undercut the lows or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Now when I know that, when I'm thinking about, okay, we undercut the lows, now we about to start making our trek, and I'm thinking, okay, we're going to, you know, I got to give myself enough time to where we can do that usual pattern that I see. Well, the reason why I don't want to say it too much because it is a little bit of risky, right? I do take on some risk with it, but it's been pretty successful, so I'll share. So if you go to, let's say for instance, like with Tesla, right? We've noticed that it's had a 50% drawdown, 40% retrace. What I'll do is I'll do like a 3-month swing and do about, if the range is 40, I'll say what's 30%, and that's where my strike is. So it's out the money. I ain't gonna lie, it's out the money. But they be cheap, and if the thesis plays out, those trades average like 500-600%, bro. You know what I'm saying? On a quarter, you know, and you know, what I tell some people in my community is those who like to do quarterly trades and stuff. It's like, yo, what if I told you only had to take 4 trades a year, but you average 250% per trade, bro? If you just took $1,000 by the end of the year, you'd have like over 15 grand off of just 4 trades.
Yep.
Right. But you got to be patient and you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. But like you said, it's different ways to skin the cat. But that's like one of my little inside tricks where now with what I know from you, if something undercut them lows, and I know we about to like go for like about to start going for it, like Tesla would be a great example where if we got into your area, the 147,
Mm-hmm.
I would go long, but I'm also going to take like a leverage play where I get maybe a 3 or 6 month contract and play it to about that 220
Mm-hmm.
or that 200. Man, if we ping out like you be saying, oh, dog, that contract going through 1,000%.
Yep. And I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said, because it's multiple ways. It's multiple ways to play with a smaller account, right? 2 ways you can play with a smaller account, right? With us, like let's just say you got a large account and you not and money not an issue, right? And let's say we come down like we're talking about, we come down, we just touch this order block, or even get down in the order block, and then you be like, okay, you got a big account, so money ain't an issue. So you be like, I'm gonna get me a 160 strike for 3 months out, right? That's gonna cost a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Right? But if your account is smaller, right, you might say, I'm gonna get a 200 strike for 6 months out, or 200 strike for 3 months out. You see what I'm saying? And then if your account is smaller than that, you may say, okay, if I'm expecting to bounce 40%, what's 30%? Like Zay said, and just say 30% turn out to be like 225, and you get a 225 for 3 months out. You don't have to get all the way there to be profitable.
Nope.
You see what I'm saying? You don't have to get all the way there to be profitable. That's when you get into work in the trade. You give it time to play out, right? And if you just say it just take off on you, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong. If just say it take off and you get like to 80% in a week, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with locking in some profit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Locking in some profit and then letting it go. You see what I'm saying? That way, if it start to come back, you can take that profit and then you could just look for another entry to go back in, because it still hadn't hit your target yet. You see what I'm saying? And if it stopped you out early enough, you know you still not. If it go, you're gonna be so far up, you ain't got to worry about trying to jump back in. You just boom, take your profit and wait and get out. So it's different ways you can scale a smaller account. You just got to be strategic. You got to be patient. Don't try to go to shorter expiration dates. That's the death of a small account, right? Use what we talked about tonight, understanding the law of percentages historically over your asset, and be like, okay, it's getting ready to turn around based off the percentages. Have your risk management in place. Hey, we get down here, we hit this order block, I'm going long, it'll give it to the bottom of the order block to get me out. You know what I'm saying? And then if it go your way, you good. Don't try to, I'm gonna go to a weekly so I can triple my money. No, that's the death of small accounts. That's the death of big accounts.
Right. And I'm telling you, y'all, is when you add in the law percentages and you use the ICT concepts that Tim is teaching us, and you, and you kind of I see
the walk I just
and you kind of like use a zoom out approach, break it, like just do exactly how Tim showed y'all. Start from a monthly, identify that, go to a weekly, and then when you add in the law percentages, and like what Tim said is the real gem, you got to study the asset to understand what the assets ranges are, right? Because Tesla's percentage range ain't Apple's percentage range. So you gotta, is like, that's why you gotta, people, you gotta take your time when he said translator. But I'm telling you, when you add that in and then you start to say, oh, okay, if Apple get the X percentage, it lined up with this order block, and this is a bullish or bearish or whatever, you'll have so much conviction taking your trade, however, whether you're a day trader, a scalper, a swing trader. That's one of the biggest things I take, when I reflect on my 2022 year as a trader, I think my biggest growth definitely came from like watching your channel and just really understanding them concepts that saying that dude be trying to teach to people, because like you said, they really work, man. And when you understand it, it gives you so much more conviction in taking in your trades. And that's why I be on you, Tim, because I really think, bro, if you just like went from like a daily week, bro, you would be You are a killer. Why would be? You like that's why I was like, bro, why you ain't staying that goddamn tree, dog? This shit, that whole at least 500% should have been yours, man. I know.
You already know. Every time I told you, every time I break my rules, I get clapped.
we was talking about it. And I was like, you know, when you tell you was like, oh man, I'm good. I was like, yeah, that's a good one, man. And I will agree with you though. I didn't think we was gonna break down this fast and furious though, because even when you hit me, I was like, I had some too, and I think I shaved because I was like, yeah, we could bounce here. This seemed a little too aggressive, but damn, we just.
Matter of fact, when you and Dave was talking on your show, all of us was like, we might come down a little bit in the beginning of the week. I ain't think it was gonna be like this.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Literally, that's why I say if people go back and watch this past Sativa Saturdays episode, bro, we so far what we have talked about has been on point, brother. Like we basically all was kind of this
was Saturday right there.
Because we all got on and was like, man, we definitely could, you know, because we agreed. We say, look, we had 410, the VIX, you know what I'm saying, crazy, it was crazy low. Like it just everything, all the signals was there for a turnaround. You know what I'm saying? We just had hit the 200-day moving average. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of like, we closed over it 3 times. I thought, you know, the algos would start to buy because that's typically what happens, but clearly.
That's Zay link right there for the Sativa Saturday that you're talking about right there.
But
if ain't nobody check it out, y'all check that out right now.
Please do. You know what I'm saying? And clearly, but see, it's funny because I thought we would buy up, and since we didn't buy up, we selling down. Now it's almost like, all right, it's doing a flip-flop. So I was thinking we was going to sell down towards the end of the week. I think we all wanted that. Like, come on and sell down in the PPI and going into whatever, we'd be good. But it's selling down first. So this is gonna be interesting.
That's why I say like we selling down in the beginning of the week. I'm thinking like that's why I was like after FOMC, I want to see what happened because I'm thinking since we selling down now, I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, we might kind of get a slight pop or go sideways in front of CPI Friday. I mean CPI on Tuesday. We got PPI Friday. So we might, you know what I'm saying, we might kind of dilly-dally in front of CPI. Then FOMC and CPI, that might tank us. And if all that tank us, that's going to play right in line with the middle of the month coming down. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, after FOMC, that's when I'm going to be looking for the scale.
Hey, and I agree with you. But you know what, Big Dog, it's one more thing that we probably can show the people that would really make it simple for them. And I
What's
think
that?
Can you pull up SPX?
SPX.
Yeah, go to a monthly on SPX. Actually, I think, and this will probably give even more credits to what you're saying as far as just going down to the middle of the month. Okay, very, very simple. What if we need to just trade and hold in that monthly, I guess you would call that a void or gap until FOMC?
This volume imbalance right here?
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got that volume imbalance right there.
And peep how that would, I think that lines up very beautiful with like your other, you know, on your other charts. It's like right within, you know, your bigger gaps and stuff that we had from like a week and stuff. But you know, just looking at it from a monthly of if we go down into the first half of the month, it'd be pretty perfect that we just trade right into that, hold that, and then, you know, when we get into, basically, if we get into that and hold there until FOMC and CPI, that basically is the decision maker of do we break that or do we bounce off of that?
Yeah,
you know, like, that would be a nice little resting spot for the market to then for the algos to be at a good decision point because Powell is the decision.
Yep,
the algo is going to use him as confirmation, either confirmation to go back into the bear or he going to give us a nice little end of the year rally.
Because that is a good spot because you got that monthly volume imbalance right there, and then you got a weekly order block right there in the same spot. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good little spot to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? That's a good
Because
spot to make a decision.
it is a great spot to make a decision.
You know what I'm saying?
Where would that put us on a daily?
And then, let me see, from peak to trough of this. Let's say if we go to mean threshold on that order block, that'll be like roughly 7% from peak to trough of this leg down right here.
What's that? What about that top gap or like the bottom? Go to the bottom of that monthly gap we identified, or that little no. Leave it from where you had it.
Right? Oh, leave it up here. Okay.
But the first box you had at the top of the order.
Oh, block. At the top of the volume imbalance.
Yeah, just come down. Yeah, just come down to the volume imbalance. What's
okay.
That?
The fill it is like 5 3/4, and at the top of it is 5.
All right. Okay. Now this is where I like to use the law of percentages. If you go to a quarter, you will notice that we was up 15%. We just gave back 5%. So now we up for the quarter 10%. I was reviewing my notes, and the running game now, we had early in the year, people were talking about we could possibly have a 20% fourth quarter. If we had 3 bad quarters, they could have a historic fourth quarter, because y'all think about it. People, we've been having a terrible year. Yeah, so if we had a 20, so what that would do is from
the close of last quarter to the high of this quarter, roughly 15%.
Right. And now we've given back 5.
Mm-hmm.
So if we give back a little bit more, again, we are at a good decision point of for the quarter, we're now say maybe up 8 to 10%, and we going into PAL. If PAL is cool, maybe we get an additional FOMO 8 to 10%, which gives you that 20% quarter, right? And it kind of plays into us pulling back and hitting that order block and then bouncing off of that, right? We respect it, and then we get a nice end of the year rally, kind of like what Dustin talked about. We sell down the front, and then we rally. So all these things are kind of aligning, right?
Yep. And then look at that on the daily. On the daily, that puts us in that full void. You know what I'm saying? This order block on the monthly order block has that full void in there, along with a daily order block in there. And then that's the top of the monthly volume imbalance is right there at the top of this mitigation block right there.
So we got a daily mitigation block. We're gonna expect some type of reaction when we get
it's a lot going on right there. It's a lot going on right there. Because whatever like on the higher time frames, when you got like you got an order block on a higher time frame, it's gonna be some gaps and voids and stuff inside that on the lower time frames. So it's like, a matter of fact, I was talking about that before when just say because you look at the weekly a lot, right? So if you get to your weekly spot and just say you wick past it, if you go down to the daily, you will see why we wick past that a little bit. But I'm just saying we probably wick past it because it might have been a daily imbalance just below it. But as far as for the weekly time frame, the body of the beef of the candle still respecting it, and that wick was just to fill that void. Run some stops, other people trailing their stops too close, and then go the other way.
But no, that's again, see, hearing all this from you, talking through this, it's giving me more conviction as to, like you said, after FOMC, I'm looking for the scale, bro.
Looking for the scale.
I'm looking for the scale.
This daily on the SPX, right? This daily, and it's nothing. That's nothing right there to come down to that.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be beautiful to come.
I'll say this. Let's get that tomorrow and Thursday.
Period. Let's get that. Let's just make this week be bloody and then surprise everybody on FOMC and bang out.
We go for the rest of the month. The FOMO on, bro. And then the beautiful thing would be is this, right? If you go to go back to a monthly for us, or that quarterly joint, the quarterly. I know you had the 3 months. I saw you had the quarterly. And then after that, we've been going on 145, so I'm gonna hop off. I know people tired of us, but we've been giving people some good stuff though. So, okay, so let's say we have a 20% quarter. Where will we end at, bro?
Up 20% up.
Yeah. Like if we get our, you know, our nice, beautiful, if everything we just talked about played out how we, you know, kind of said it, and we sell down, and then we do get our end of the year rally, and we end up with
Okay,
a
20% up from last quarter would give us 4302. Just say
All right, so let's
4300.
just say we end the year at 4,300. Somehow, some way, we end the year at 4,300. What would be a 25% drop from 4,300? Or a 25% correction?
From 25%?
Yep.
25%, 3223. So 32, pretty much 3,200.
Okay, now here's where I want people to understand and tie in what you show, Tim.
And then look what it puts you back at.
Oh, I ain't even got to say nothing. On that note, y'all, I hope
that's a quarterly breaker right there. Because this high broke this low, right? The last down close candle of that right there, that's a quarterly breaker.
I just want people to understand. I hope you got great value from what we was able to show y'all tonight. Because before Tim took the words out of my mouth, I just want to show people how like the law percentages and what he teach. He already saw where it landed. To him, it already makes sense of why it would make the move, and he probably can see exactly what I'm thinking based on, if we do that, I see exactly what Zay is thinking.
So when you told me to draw the line, I'm like, look where that put us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. That's what I was like.
I'm used to looking at the price action like that, so I'm like, look where that put us. Like, you know what I'm
saying? But what I want to add for people, it adds to that is what we just showed y'all is it's possible for us to have this end of the year rally, Santa rally. So watch for us to possibly pull back, and then if the FOMO starts to happen, to like what Tim be saying, like don't chase and all that. We kind of just showed y'all like it's a possible chance we get a nice end of the year rally. So if you miss it or you get scared or whatever, don't chase, right? Because there's a possible opportunity on the flip side that we just showed you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're patient enough, the next quarter you can catch the move to the downside. So it's just, and it all aligns with like the things he shows you. So as he does his weekly breakdowns, remember what we talked about from high level, because if we start to hit some of them higher targets and he's like, we starting to turn and this and that, like, I remember when they said if we got here, we might go here.
Remember last year when we got to the top of the year and we hit that first quarter winner, that thing fell from January to July.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So we could be in another one of them things. So but brother, man, I appreciate your time, man. I hope people got some good value from tonight, man. It was fun, man.
If people ain't getting nothing out of this right here, it just ain't no getting. I appreciate you putting
up this, but you're gonna have a lot of things to clip up on this one.
No, I ain't clipping up nothing. y'all got to look at this whole one. I ain't clipping up nothing.
Oh man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
All right, man. I appreciate you, Zay, man.
No doubt, man. Y'all have a good night, man.
All right, hey, man. We gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Y'all know how. Hey, who that Fishbone? Fishbone, I can't find you, but you better get off the screen. Where is that? Take that down. Daddy, get off my screen. Hey, man. Y'all know how I like to end it, man. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can say today. You know what I'm saying? If your loved ones are here, let them know that you love them. If your parents still living, call them, hey, mama, hey, dad, I love you. Hug the kids in the house that you with right now. I'm not even a hugger. And you can ask my kids, man, I've been hugging them lately because I try to take my own advice. I've been hugging them lately. They young men, and they need to know it's okay for men to tell each other that they love each other, give men hugs and stuff like that. Hey, man, ain't nobody promised tomorrow. Don't live with the regret of little Timmy Rogers. Tell your loved ones that you love them. Don't just say it, show it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just say it, show it. Do both. And I see y'all in the morning for the overnight price action. Shout out to homie Zay one more time for pulling up. If y'all haven't watched Sativa Saturday, this the link again. It's in the chat. Go to Zay YouTube page. I can't remember the name of it. It's what's the Zay page called? Zay dash the Wealth Strategist. That's his YouTube page. Go check him out if you ain't checked him out yet. And hey man, I'll see y'all in the morning. To the end, Enjoy the rest of y'all night. 150. Golly. We gone, man.